Hello Diana, thanks so much for allowing me to do a review on your blog. Now, the first thing I like to do when I'm told to review a blog is to look at it and think immediately, what is the blog about? And even though you have the word transference healing here, it's not actually in my face. It's not hitting me between the eyes. I have to actually read the stuff in order to find transference healing. Now, is the blog about you, or is the blog about transference healing? I'm not sure. You haven't made that clear. Also, I also get the impression that this blog was made either in a hurry or it's a work in progress from the beginning. It hasn't progressed very far, because actually you are still using the default theme given to you when you first started your blog. WordPress gives you a default theme, usually the latest one. I don't know which one this is, probably 2006 or 2007 or whether 16 or 17 or whatever, it doesn't matter. It is the default one. And one thing that is crying out for me to change is the sidebar, because this particular theme gives you a sidebar down the left and not down the right as traditional. And because this sidebar's down the left, it's also included what I call the navigation. The navigation is basically the list of all the pages that you have. And this navigation isn't very clear because the writing is quite small and you have no way of making that bigger or smaller. And it's hidden by this picture of a lady behind, this woman behind. I presume that's the goddess that you referred to in the rest of the blog. Now, that's not your fault. That's because you have used a default theme. One thing I have learnt recently, actually not very recently, it's actually been staring to me in the face, is that people expect certain elements of a blog or a website to be in certain places. And one of those is the navigation. The navigation has traditionally been going across the top of the page because that's where people expect it to be. And that's where people will look. People tend to look at the left-hand corner for a logo or a name or whatever of the blog. You know, name of the company or name of the person who writes the blog goes up here, e.g. you've got your name here. And then they expect to see the navigation going across here. And the fact that there is nothing here at all, a blank white space, is actually quite disturbing. So they think, help! It's got no pages! It's just this page on its own. How weird. What an ordinary, boring blog saying home and nothing else. But then they have to think, they have to start looking, and they realise there's pages down here which are sort of disguised and hidden and in juxtaposition with the picture of the lady behind. And that's not really good for people coming to look at your blog for the first time. Then I realised that you have a home page, and it doesn't say very much. It just says, well, you can see what it says here. It actually doesn't describe anything about what you are offering your readers. You may think it does, but it doesn't. And actually, tell you the truth, when you have a home page, it should really cry out, it should hit them between the eyes, it should shout at them exactly what your blog or your website is all about. And to you it's all about transference healing, but they need to know a bit more about transference healing. And this homepage is a wasted space. I feel that you are not taking advantage of the fact that the home page can say so much more than what it's saying here. And if you had a better theme that had the navigation going across the top, and maybe a sidebar which contained more based information than the navigation and a few other bits and pieces, and is not hindered by a lovely picture here which really should be within the main body of the text, then people are going to sort of get what your website's all about much quicker and much more effectively. Right. In the navigation, I noticed you haven't got a link to your blog. Now I know you do have blogs because they're down here, recent posts, but there isn't an actual link to the blog listing page. Now when you probably created this home page, you probably went into settings and went into reading, and you probably changed it to say that the home page should go to a separate page saying home. But you didn't create another page saying blog, and therefore, or let me just show you for goodness sakes. Let's go to mine because it doesn't regard as it's still the same. And I think it's still open because I've been in it recently. Wake up. Yay. I think so. Black bar across the top here now. If I go to my dashboard, I do hope that my internet's not going to be slow. Feeling that it might be. Right. Now, you know that down here in settings, blah, 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 I think it's reading, that you change it to a static page and you gave the front page was called home. But what you didn't do is you didn't allocate anything to the posts page. Because in my blog, there is, if you go to the navigation, which by the way goes across, not down, you'll see that there is the home page and there is a blog page. And that's the reason why all my blogs are then stored in the blog listings page here. I don't have to rely on any listings in the sidebar, and I don't have to rely on any listings in the archives. It's all there for people to come and find, regardless of how many blogs I've written. So, back to your blog. Let's have a look at the pages themselves. Transference healing is the first one. Now you may have created this in a menu, and that's great if you have, because I note that these things are not in alphabetical order, which probably does tell me that you created them in a menu. Very good. Now, one thing I immediately noticed is the URL of the page. It's a default number. That's not good. That's pretty basic, and that is not only is that not good for the people coming to your page, it's also really hideous for search engines. This is where you would change it. Go back to dashboard, and we pop down to settings again. Come on, settings. It's this slow today, my internet. And we go to permalinks. Permalinks. There. Permalinks. Right? Underneath media. And what I've done, that one, the default one, what you need to do is change it to post name. Because all my posts are my URL and the name of the post, what's called here the slug, I hate that word, or the permalink. And the slug or the permalink can actually be change within each post. But it's definitely important that you should have a URL of each post like this one and not like that one. And you can change yours, it doesn't matter now, it's because your blog is still relatively new. You're not going to hurt anything if you change it to that particular URL and make a big difference to how it's perceived in the big bad world. So that's definitely something you should definitely do. Transference healing, and you do lots of explaining here. Jolly good. Excellent. Right. Experience the healing. Probably the same sort of thing. Lovely. That's pictures, make an appointment. That goes to 10to8.com. Pretty good. Yes, lovely. All T's and C's. Maybe you should put it, if you put them there on a separate page, or it doesn't matter, but anyway, lots of info here. Excellent. Events calendar. You could do it like this, or you could have a plugin, and I know this is .com, this is .org, not .com, so you could put in some plugins, and you could have a nice little layout here of the calendar if you wanted to, or you could do it like this. Time to update September onwards. And the inner goddess page. Good, lots of lovely info, nice stories, all good stuff here. Excellent. What other people say? I presume it's your testimonials. Yeah, this is all good stuff. That I'd make sure that space there is smaller, like here. And that should be up there in a big space here. You generally do the layout better, but yeah, this is good stuff. Excellent. And about me. Right, now the first thing that strikes me is, why is there a picture of a landscape of a stream going through some mountains? You don't look like a stream, and you don't look like mountains. You look like, well, whatever you look like, which I think is down here. There, that's you. Why didn't you put that picture up there? Much more appropriate. And to mention your name, Diana Dolton. I know it's up there. There's no reason why you can't have it here as well. Jolly good. Contact. Now, this took a very long time to load, and I now know the reason why. At the beginning, it was incredibly frustrating and extremely annoying. Now, here we are, uploading. Now, this has uploaded, and I noticed that the little device that shows whether the page is big or not, it's a very big page. How is the contact page a very big page? This is a very nice picture, by the way. You would put that on your about page. Not down there as well. You could easily pop in a nice form to people to contact with you. That is, if you've got the Jetpack plugin activated, and it's immediately got an excellent form. And you can find out how to put the form in if you go to one of my website blogs. I can give you that URL later. And that's excellent, but nice form in there so people can then, there's a lot more to this page because it's forever trying to download. Another reason why there's something wrong with this page. Here's your contact form. Why did it take so long to load? It's still downloading. And it's still giving indication there's a heck of a lot in this page. And there doesn't need to be. Has it finished? Let's have a look. Come on. Down we go. Oh my God. What is all this? Oh my God. Are these comments? I think they're comments. You don't get comments on a contact page. This is seriously bad news. 3,496. Bloody hell, no one took some time to download. This is serious stuff. Hey, you may think that some of these are really good, but most of this, I'm afraid, is actually spam. And spam, as we all well know, is bad news. And if you've got 3,496 possible spam comments on your contact page, that, I'm afraid, is not good news. Now, some of these might be right, but I still think that they shouldn't be here. Your pages should not have a contact form. Somewhere, if I get down to the bottom, it's going to give me a long time, because look at all that spam, loads of spam, tons of spam. You can see all the spam. Absolutely billions and billions and billions of it. Why you accepted this, I don't know. I think probably another reason why you accepted this is because you didn't change we'll go and look at those in a minute, or the various settings. Right, while that's happening, I'm sick and tired of that. A little bit of settings. If you can go to settings of your spam, settings and reading. No, you're not reading. You're not reading? No, we don't want reading. We want discussion. Discussion under settings down there. Okay? Right. Now, you probably didn't looked at these discussion settings, did you? Because if you had changed it to say comment must be manually approved, comment is held for moderation, then you would not have all these spam and other unwelcome comments published on your contact page, which you don't want. So you need to change it to look like that. And then you also need to go to your plugins here, and you must immediately activate your Akismet. And not only to activate your Akismet, you have to also go and configure it and get an API code to connect it to Akismet and to WordPress.com. .com, not .org, they're separate, but .com will help you a lot with lots of different things. The Akismet, which is an anti-spam brilliant plugin, needs to be activated by WordPress.com in order to eat your spam. It will eat the majority of your spam before you get to see it. And if you change the moderation in your settings, then you will not be bombarded with, how many was it? 3,000, etc., etc. Somewhere at the bottom of this page, oh my God, this is going to take ages to get to the bottom of here because there's so many of them. Oh, down the bottom, there's your contact. That should not be there. This chappy here. This chappy here should not be here. It should not be on your contact page, and this is how you get rid of it. If you don't have a good theme anyway that doesn't allow comment boxes on your pages, it's very easy to get rid of it. You go to your pages, all pages. I'm doing it on mine because I can't do it on yours because I'm not got logged in. And blah blah blah, we've got loads of stuff here. Let's just find anyone. Okay, say my books, right? Okay, say my books was contact, and I go to quick edit. So I'll cancel that and show you again. Quick edit, because when you go over these things, come up quick edit, and then you go click, you unclick that, and I bet you that's clicked on your contact page. That should be unclicked. Okay, do not allow comments. Right, so that will take away your comment box, and then I should go into your comment area, which is up here. Along the comments, right? Go into comments, and you'll see all the ones that have been approved. Go through them all, and I think in your case, I'll check that also first, but I think in your case they are all spam on your contact page and any other page. I think there's another page or two with about God knows how many spam on it, and just delete the buggers, okay? Because you don't need all that shit clucking up your website and giving you merry hell, because it really is giving you merry hell. It may give the impression that your website is empty, but it doesn't matter. I'd rather have a nice, clean, untainted website than something that's cluttered up with spam. Hey, I would. That's my advice. You can do what you like with it. Anyway, so that's what you should do. Get rid of that. Get rid of these guys. You don't need all this stuff. I think the other one is also in this one down here. We'll go look at that in a minute. Now, there's me having a good old moan at you about that. The shop. Now, the fact you've got a shop here suggests to me that another reason that it's a .org website and not a .com website. .wordpress.org rather than wordpress.com, because you've got plugins, and you wouldn't be allowed to have this store if you hadn't. Okay, again, you've got 49 spam on this. It's obvious spam. Comments are closed. You don't need to close the sodding comments, just get rid of the comment box in the first place, so you don't have to always blur. Okay? Get rid of them. Right, now we go to look at your posts. Because you haven't got a link saying blog, you have to show your recent posts. Look, something down here. You've got archives, and I've checked these, and you've actually got one post in each one. Don't advertise to the world that you've only posted on June, in March this year, and over 2 years previously for the first one. Keep that stum. Don't let people know. So, get rid of the archive thing, okay? And just activate the blog listing pages here. You can put it, I don't know, in there between About Me and Contact, because I'm sure you've got a menu sorted for that. Rather than having this, which shows that you've been active. Now, let's have a look at this. Is the first post is actually a post that actually is a proper blog post. I haven't read it, but I'm sure it's fine. It's got lots of short paragraphs, reasonably short paragraphs, and it's got some nice pictures, and I'm sure it's all tickety-boo. I notice that there is no comment box. There's no call to action for comments. This is where you need the comments. You need the comments on the blog posts, so don't turn them off. Right, and categorized. You need to understand more about categories. Categories they're like topics or subjects that you allocate your posts to. And you need to create at least 3 to 5 categories depending on what you're writing about. And never allocate to or forget to change your posts so that they are under and categorized, because it does look so amateurish. either change and categorize to another thing like general, or create some more categories and allocate your posts to them. And somehow don't make sure that the categorized thing does pay up, because it looks really naff. Okay? Got your name, excellent, and it's got the date. You can turn off the date better, but never mind. You can still see that that's quite a recent one. So, more pictures, please. More posts, please. Only having 3, come on. I'm sure you can do better than that. Now, second one. More pictures. Excellent. This is looking more like it. Very nice. Excellent. More pictures though, please. And not quite so long paragraphs. See if you can break them up a bit more. It's good though. Again, no, either. Look, you have got categories. Excellent. And you've got tags. Why weren't they available in the last one? Come on, I know you're capable of working out categories and tags. You can go back and change the other one to have them again. Yeah, no, I knew you were perfectly capable of doing that. Right. Okay. Now, this one here, done in January 2015, obviously was your first one. And then it's going to take ages to upload because, well, when it does materialise, it will become apparent why it takes ages to upload. You can see the wheel of death is turning very slowly. Right, come on baby, you can do it, yay. This post consists of just a headline and nothing else, blank, niet, zilch here. Not very good for a post. It needs a bit more than just 7,196. Don't think these are all irrelevant to your post. It took the spiders a while to find you, and I'm not surprised because you didn't have very much to go to find you. And once they did, then the spammers took over, didn't they? Yes, they did. And why? Because you had at the bottom, well, I'm going to show you anyway, because it should take too long to get to the bottom, but there is a pop-up box at the bottom, but you hadn't done it into your settings, and that's why they were let in. I've already mentioned it earlier in the video, so I'm not going to repeat it again. So that's why you've got all these. So I suggest you delete them all. Quick! They do any more damage. Right. Oh look, it's even told me that it's too much. I can't even cope. That's how bad it is. And I think I better get away from this quick before it starts doing something strange. It's going to collapse on me, and I'm not going to be able to look at your website anymore. In fact, this might be a time for me to call it quits anyway, because if it's starting to freeze on me and I can't go anywhere because of these 7,196, he really doesn't want to do it. Really is not happy at all. And that's not very good on your visitors if they start getting that sort of gubbins popping up saying that it's frozen and they don't know how to cope with it because there's so much rubbish cluttering it up. So I think before my computer blows up, I ought to call this a day, but you can see how much you have to do on your website, and that's just what I see. God knows what's going on the inside, though I haven't had the opportunity to go in. So I better call this day. And Diana, and I'm sorry to give you so much bad news, but I did warn you that there were some issues with this website, and now you know what they are. So thanks very much for letting me review your website. Oh, there it goes, back to its normal page. I probably hide beneath ordinary page, phew, without any nasty spam on it. There you all have a nice picture there. So, Diana, that's your website reviewed, and if you've got any issues, get back to me, and I'll help you make it a much better experience for your viewers. Bye for now.